She-Rag got me. It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. And big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to look to throw right away. Baron Browning. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It's fielded at the 45. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the Chiefs' 46-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think...
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, ETN once more. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down. Here's Smith. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 24 yards. From the 50, it's Smith. That's, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And some room to run now. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defense. The ball, but not in this case.
York on now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. taken at about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Geno now to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
ETN up the middle. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Geno. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Charger drive about to get going. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize. that's how they put them on notice.
York now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive of 4 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Geno. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 21-0 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Able to avoid him at the 40. Touchdown, LA!
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and it just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't it?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
York on now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Ready. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Smith. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Maher is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. 1 yard is the gain, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 30 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Harris. Forcing his way into the end zone. He was not to be denied. It's a touchdown. So part of it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
York now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Geno on 1st down. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Smith throwing again. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Duvernay. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, here's Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The kick by Maher is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. As they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Rick.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Madubuike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. On 1st down, it's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, Smith. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. From the 22, Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Miles Smith. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
On play action, Rodgers.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On play action. Now Rodgers. Rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Chargers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case... never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to...
SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
To throw again on second down. Smith. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Open man is Myers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Ready. And they'll run with Etienne.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Marr able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
But a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead. Not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely. A bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Weston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now Gino on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it up. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him. And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air. So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun. I love the way that you express that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one. Off the play fake, Weston. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Listen, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
Smith on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's now second and 10.
On second and 10. Smith flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Charger drive about to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chargers, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Kansas City,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.
got me. She right got me.